Indian houses create some of the best affordable summer perfumes, and in today's video we will highlight 10 of them. Hello my beautiful friends, my name is Divjot and welcome to my channel Intellectual Sense. Now today's list has taken me close to 1 year to ensemble because Indian Fracom is booming. Recently on my Instagram page I highlighted more than 40 houses, niche houses which are doing original perfumes in India. So niche perfumery in India is booming and picking only 10 fragrances out of it was a very daunting task. And if you're liking this kind of content, then I will really implore to you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now today's list I have put some ground rules. Now first of all, there will be no clones in this particular list because I don't want India's best to be clone fragrances. For clones I will do a different video where I will highlight the best clones from Indian Fracom. Now today mostly the fragrances are original or inspired fragrances. So those will be what you will be seeing it. So let's start with our number 10. So at number 10 I'm highlighting the house of Ajmal. Now the fragrance which I'm highlighting is Oath for Him. Now this is their new release which was recently released, and this particular fragrance has got a fruity opening. The watermelon is quite evident in this, and the base has got a bit of white musk, the powdery white musk which is going through. It's a very uplifting fragrance, very easy on your nose. They have used lavender in it, also oak moss in it. So if you look into the whole blend of it, it seems like the Chypre and the Fougere fragrance have been mixed together to create a blend like this. Now I'm okay with this particular fragrance. I was not amazed by it. Generally I feel Ajmal does best when they are doing their oud fragrances, the oriental fragrances. Whenever they try doing French style fragrances, I'm not the biggest fan of those fragrances. Now this lasts close to 7 hours. It smells very good for summers, but I believe the price point is a bit higher. For 5,000 rupees which they're asking for the retail price, I don't think so it's worth it. I bought it for less than 50% of that price. So for that price, I think this is a good fragrance which you can wear to office, you can wear casually to the mall. Like I said, it lasts close to 7 hours with decent projection. It's nothing new, but it's good fragrance, a very easy fragrance which you can wear for summers. So at number 10, I've got House of Ajmal, Oath for Him. So at number 9, I've got of House of Heaven Duft and the fragrance called Coastal India. Now this fragrance is kind of Invictus inspired fragrance, what I will call it. You could call it a desi version of Invictus because it is much more raw and strong than Invictus. I personally like this more than Invictus actually. Now it's a very easy fragrance to wear, and the USP of this particular fragrance is the price point, because they have provided this kind of quality at just 450 rupees for 50 ml, and this lasts more than Invictus, close to 9 hours with heavy projection. In my opinion, this is one of the best casual fragrance you can buy for a budget. You can wear this to gym, you can wear this to mall, it projects, you can wear it to office also if you want to, and close, like I said, it lasts close to 9 hours and costs only 450 rupees. It has got some marine notes to it, some musk in it, absolutely enjoyable fragrance. So at number 9, I've got Coastal India from House of Heaven Duft. So at number 8, I've got House of Afia Perfumes and their fragrance called Musk Deluxe. Now this particular fragrance is based on the note of white musk. Now white musk is a great note to wear in summers. A lot of you people I see like to wear Kiehl's white musk. I believe this particular fragrance beats Kiehl's white musk in every category. It smells more soothing, it lasts close to 8 to 9 hours with a very good projection. Now this particular fragrance is a very non-offensive, easy to wear, a fragrance which will be a great companion to you in high heat. This is a perfect fragrance in my opinion to wear, and this does not cost you a fortune because 50 ml you can get it for around 2000 rupees. I think they give discounts, so around 1500 rupees you're able to get it. So if you're looking for an office fragrance which is non-offensive, then go with Afia Perfumes Musk Deluxe. Absolutely a bargain in my opinion. So at number 7, I've got House of Karan V. Grover from Chandigarh. Now I was very pleasantly surprised to see a house coming from Punjab because there are not many houses which come from that state. Now they approached me, they sent me all the samples from their particular portfolio. I tested it. Most of the other fragrances I felt were clones of other famous fragrances. But the fragrance which I liked the most was Royal Jaisalmer, which I felt was very original fragrance. It's a very royal fragrance like the name suggests. Now it has got a floral accords in it. They have got several different floral accords like jasmine, rose, lapdanum, which are blending with the woody accords. Very beautiful smell, very rich smell, and this lasts in the air and on your skin for a very long time, close to 9 to 10 hours. And does not cost you a fortune because I think 50 ml you can get for 1900 rupees, and they have a sale which is going on and you can get it for less than 1000 rupees, which is a great price for this particular fragrance. I will call it a bargain in my opinion. Now some people were saying this particular fragrance reminds them of Memo African leather, but I don't see any relation to it because Memo African leather is far more spicy and dense. This is more airy and very rich, like I said. So if you're looking for a royal fragrance which you can wear on a wedding, then go with Royal Jaisalmer at only 900 rupees with a great presentation. So at number 7, Royal Jaisalmer from House of Karan V. Grover. So at number 6, I've got one of my favorite Indian houses, and it's House of Inspired Aroma. Now originally I was not looking to put this particular fragrance on the list, as the owner asked me not to put the fragrance on the list because they are rebranding and they are not able to right now do a lot of retailing. But this fragrance is too good for summer for not to put on the list, and it's a fragrance called Oud Rose Summer Edition. Now they have a very famous fragrance from their house called Oud Rose. Now that has been lightened up with citrus and musk base so that it's more wearable in the summer, and they have done an excellent job in my opinion. Recently I was going to office and every day I was looking to wear this particular fragrance because this is one of the most beautiful rose fragrance you can wear to office, which is non-offensive in my opinion, and it lasts very long time, 9 to 10 hours easily on my skin, and projects decently. Not a over projecting fragrance, but it does pretty well, and it costs only 2500 rupees for 50 ml with extract concentration. So if you're looking for a rose fragrance for summers which you can wear anywhere in my opinion, then go with Oud Rose Summer Edition. So at number 5, I've got House of Nostradamus, and the owner and the perfumer of this house, Bhakti Gandhi, is a trained perfumer, formally trained. There are not many perfumer on this particular list who are formally trained, but she is formally trained. And she sent me all the 3 fragrances in her portfolio, and I tested them, and the fragrance which I liked was Take a Moment. Now this particular fragrance is constructed around an accord of tea note, and I love tea note in perfumery because it's a very calming note to wear in summer. And they've got some raspberries to it, some fruity touch to it, and there is some musk, the white musk in it. Very soothing fragrance, very calming fragrance which allows you to take a moment and reflect and enjoy this particular fragrance in high heat. And this cost close to I think 2300 rupees. And it's a beautiful fragrance, lasts close to 7 hours. Very enjoyable fragrance. It's a unisex fragrance, very original fragrance, and it comes in a beautiful presentation also. So great house which I discovered, Nostradamus and I think she's based out of Delhi also, so that makes me very happy. So Nostradamus, Take a Moment. So at number 4, I've got House of Kannauj Perfumery and the fragrance called Indian Summer. Now we go from French style perfumery to a Desi style perfumery because this fragrance is kind of a fragrance version of Mojma. A Mojma is an attar style which is very balsamic, very rich, which a lot of attar connoisseurs wear in summer. Now they have created that particular style in perfume, and this projects a lot. Very heavy projecting, the most heavy projecting perfume of this particular list, and lasts good 10 hours. But this fragrance is not for everyday Joe. You need to have bit of mature nose, bit of infusion of others for you to be able to enjoy this particular fragrance. I personally loved it, but people around me, my wife, were not enjoying this particular fragrance. But if you're other connoisseurs, if you want to wear something for yourself, I will highly recommend you this particular fragrance. This costs around 8,000 rupees for 100 ml, but they're soon going to release a 30 ml version of it, and which I will highly recommend you to go for it if you like Mojma style of others. So at number 4, Indian Summer from House of Kanush Perfumery. So at number 3, I've got a house which is probably the second most famous house from India after Ajmal, and it's a house called Ishak Fragrance. Recently they got their fame when they went to Shark Tank India. A lot of people came to know about this particular house, but I've been testing this particular house for a very long time. And one of the fragrance from their Royal Awadh line was Blooming AM, which I absolutely love. Now this particular fragrance has got jasmine in it, it has got bit of musk in it, there is vetiver and amber in the base. It's a very sophisticated aura which this particular fragrance creates, and this lasts a very long time with that kind of summer undertone to it, lasting close to 10 hours, and this costs 50 ml for around 1550 rupees. In my opinion, only in India you can create an original fragrance at this price point. It's very hard to create an original fragrance. It's very easy to copy actually. You don't need to do a lot of R&D. But once you're creating an original fragrance, you have to do a lot of R&D in it. And for you to be able to create this kind of fragrance at this price point is what's the difference I think makes. And creating summer perfumes is far tougher than creating a winter perfumes or oriental perfume in my opinion. So at number 3, Blooming AM from House of Ishak Fragrance. So at number 2, I've got House of Wisdom Fragrance and their fragrance called Wisdom 77. Now this particular fragrance is so natural smelling. They've got bit of citrus in the opening, lemon, which was one of the best lemon notes I have smelled from an Indian house. And in the base it has got milky accords along with woody accords and amber also, which was creating a very sophisticated aura. Very uplifting fragrance, very natural fragrance, which I absolutely enjoy. Now if I don't show you the name of this particular fragrance and where it originates from, you would probably say it smells like a Joe Malone fragrance, because Joe Malone creates this kind of fragrances also. This I absolutely enjoyed it, and it cost only 3,500 rupees for 50 ml. And if you look into the Western houses which are creating this kind of fragrance with these natural ingredients, they will cost upwards of 10,000 rupees for sure. So I absolutely enjoyed it. This lasts close to 7 hours with decent projection. So it's a very enjoyable fragrance for summers. So if you're looking for very natural smelling summer fragrance, then go with Wisdom 77 from House of Wisdom. So number 1 fragrance for summers from an Indian house. Now this was a very tough task. Now if I ask you a question, which note represents India? Some of you will say oud, some of you may say rose. But in my opinion, the note which represents India is sandalwood, or chandan it's called. Now one of the best examples of Mysore sandalwood I have smelled is Judge of Richwood. Now this particular fragrance in my opinion has a better Mysore sandalwood than Judge of Richwood, and it's House of Startup Aroma and the fragrance called Santa Maria. Now this particular fragrance has only got note of Mysore sandalwood, and the Mysore sandalwood goes through different phases. Like there is a milky phase which it has got, then there is a woody phase which it has got, and this projects very heavy, lasts close to 10 hours. Absolutely enjoy. So if you're looking for that sandalwood and you cannot pay that Judge of Richwood price of 55,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees, you can get this particular fragrance for 30 ml for close to around 4200 rupees, which is a steal in my opinion for authentic Mysore sandalwood. So number 1 fragrance, Santa Maria from House of Startup Aroma. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular list. It took me a lot of time to compile it, and I will really appreciate your support. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Cheers.